trying to lose fat, I'm going to assume that you want to keep it off for the rest of your life. What a lot of people do not understand is that the steps they take to lose the fat is going to dictate if you maintain your fat loss or not. Here are 3 mistakes that you want to avoid if you want long-lasting fat loss results. First mistake is approaching fat loss with the all or nothing mentality. This is the mentality that you think that your fitness, your nutrition, your exercise have to be perfect or nothing at all. One example of this is if somebody brings cake to work, you don't want to have a slice, but then you end up having a slice and then you let that get to you and then you find yourself just completely sabotaging the entire day. Even though you had your food prep, your meals prepped, you completely just go through the drive-through, order all the junk food and just completely binge because you had that one piece of cake. Another example is during the busy times of the year, so like holiday season, a lot of people completely fall off track the days between Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and New Year's and stuff because they've already had a big family dinner that was off track. So they might as well just make the whole week a write-off because they had something that is off their plan. So you are completely off your plan or you're just completely sticking to your plan 100%, which leads to this all or nothing mentality. So the narrative is I'm working towards this goal. I might as well give it 110%, stick to it perfectly. And if I cannot do that, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to binge and completely restrict myself and then the cycle continues on, right? But that is a very self-sabotaging mindset to have. What you can do to help with this, if you do find yourself having a piece of cake, or if you do find yourself overeating at some sort of family function, family party, you have to ask yourself, first of all, why this happened. There is a reason for it. Maybe you are under eating during the day, leading you to overeat in the night. There are multiple different reasons for this, but that is why my clients communicate with me so that we can work with that, right? As a coach, I want to avoid this behavior because I know it's so detrimental. You need to understand that yes, there will be seasons where it's really difficult for you to keep up with your routine, but you need a plan in place and strategies to overcome and work with that. Mistake number 2 is getting caught in the trap of trying to burn as many calories as you can in a workout and being afraid of lifting heavy. I have many women come to me saying they are scared of lifting heavy weights because they think that they're going to get bulky. That is not the case. In fact, if you resistance train, that is going to give you the shape and muscle definition you need in order to build your dream physique. When you have the mentality of go, 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 I have to burn as many calories as possible, I'm going to go to all of the HIIT classes, all of the boot camps, I'm going to do my Peloton for like an hour and a half every single day, you end up burning yourself into the ground. It is not sustainable for you whatsoever because there's only so much energy, so much willpower that you have, and you need a better, more efficient approach to losing fat, which is actually building your muscle mass. Because once you have an adequate amount of muscle mass, your body is going to be a calorie burning machine. Your BMR, your metabolism is going to speed up and you are going to see your fat just melt away because your body is just burning more calories at rest. So make sure you are progressively overloading in your resistance training workouts, sprinkling in cardio as you need, and making sure that you are getting stronger so you can build your dream physique. Mistake number 3, shiny object syndrome. This is when you switch things up way too often before your body adapts and you see changes. So the nutrition approach to shiny object syndrome is, for example, if somebody tries an eating strategy, for instance, like a calorie range, they get super impatient and then completely deviate off track from that because they didn't see results. This is a bad idea because it takes time for your body to adjust to the certain amount of calories or whatever you are trying to do, right? So you have to stay consistent with your methods for at least 2 months to see great results. If you're jumping from approach to approach, you're probably not going to see changes because you haven't given your body enough time to adapt. You can't properly assess what part of your eating needs to change. If you're following a calorie range and are falling off very frequently, that doesn't mean the calorie range isn't working. It just might be that you are inconsistent with the calories, and maybe certain foods that you are incorporating within those calories can be switched out so that you are more adherent to those amount of calories. For instance, if you are always hungry and you find yourself eating a lot of breads and a lot of refined carbohydrates like cereals and some pastries, you need to try to switch out those foods for higher volume foods, foods with more fiber, more fruits, more veggies, maybe some oatmeal in the morning with almond butter and strawberries, so that your body becomes more satiated on the amount of calories that you have. On the other hand, if your calories are set way too low and you stick to your 1200 calories Monday to Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're completely off track, that is a different assessment, and it tells me as a coach that your weekly calories are set too low and you're restricting yourself, and over the weekend you are just overeating, binging, and having all the drinks. So now for the exercise piece of the shiny object syndrome. If your goal is to build killer glutes, nice round shoulders, a defined stomach, you cannot be switching up your workouts every single week doing random Instagram, YouTube videos. You have to stick to a workout program for at least 8 weeks for you to continuously, progressively overload in your core compound movements. Like I mentioned before, your body needs to progressively overload to build muscle. You cannot progressively overload if you have different workouts and different variations of workouts every week. So let me know down below in the comments which culprit is the one that is hindering your fat loss results. That's it for me, guys. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!